a hero. This quest is given by Wagner Hammerstrike here, and it is available alluding towards Thanksgiving. Now you can see you've got a bunch of spirits of fallen heroes all set up for this great feast, and it's actually tied loosely to Thanksgiving, but there's actually some really good content out there stating that it's actually closer to probably the Korean holiday called Kusak, where Koreans go to their ancestors' graves and honor them with food. So for each of the factions, Horde or Alliance, this quest is available. On the Alliance side, we're going to go visit Uther. On the Horde side, you're going to see Grom, so it's going to be a little bit of fun. Now for the long text. Honoring a hero. During the Harvest Festival of Azeroth, we give thanks to the heroes for their sacrifices, in some cases ultimate sacrifices, they have given on our behalf. The Alliance acknowledges many heroes, but none weave a more tragic tale than that of Uther Lightbringer. Help us honor Uther by taking this offering to his tomb in the Western Plaguelands. Place it at his statue, and then return to me. I'll only be here through the end of the festival, so waste no time in giving Uther his tribute. Alright, if you're not familiar with the Plaguelands, we're heading up here. We're actually going to be going over to Uther's tomb, which is a little further in. But I am going to take a little shortcut. Use the Dalaran Hearthstone. You're gonna jump on over to the Sanctum of Light. Now, from the Sanctum of Light, this is the Paladin Order Hall in Legion. I'm going to just take a quick shortcut up. Put on a better looking cape at least. Alright. Where did my quest go? Now we're on our way to Uther's tomb. Leave the eastern wastelands, the pestilent scar. There is the awesome starting region for your Death Knights. If you don't have one, go load up right now or check out my video where I use my Worgen tune to embrace the Death Knight life. Actually works out really well to have a Worgen who has a racial speed buff. Combine that with a little bit of slightly slower plate wearing Death Knights. So we'll get this rolling pretty quick. We'll go cut across the eastern and western Plaguelands, just down to Silver Pine Forest. Fiona's Caravan is a source of a pretty fun quest if you are so inclined, and Scholomance is an awesome old dungeon. You can still continue to run those. I've been running it a lot lately, trying to level my allied races. I've got a Lightforged Draenei, a High Mountain Tauren, and I believe I've got a Void Elf Warlock as well, although I haven't played that Warlock a whole lot yet. But this was a really fun little expansion area as the world continued to stretch in WoW over the years. Now you can only really run this dungeon if you're going back to a tune that's going to be under level 60. Little horde hanging out down there by the Summoning Stone. Alright. To dip into Uther's tomb very quickly and pay tribute. And if you're new to Legion, or new since Legion dropped, Uther's tomb was generally actually not quite as sexy as this. Today, Uther's tomb is absolutely gorgeous. It got a major facelift as we expanded in the battle for Azeroth. So let's check this out. Make our way in. Park the Griffin. Here's long text for Uther the Lightbringer, the first paladin, founder of the Order of the Silver Hand. Uther lived and died to defend the kingdom of Lordaeron. Though he was betrayed by his most beloved student, we believe that his spirit lives on. He continues to watch over us even as the shadow closes in around our ruined land. His light is the light of all humanity, and so long as we honor his example, it shall never fade. It's from someone anonymous. We offer the tribute. That actually works out really well. That's the quest. This is Honoring Heroes and the awesome new look for Uther. If you are a long-time WoW buff, kind of like me with Warcraft 1 and 2, the story around Uther the Lightbringer is one of the most exciting or engaging that are out there in the game. Alright, we'll quickly return back to Ironforge. If you're not interested in solo flying, definitely take a little bit of time, grab that Flight Master. And if you're a TomTom user, actually go check out in Ashen Vale. Your locations are going to be 8379 to see Grom's location. And then I'm going to have to double down. I'll drop Uther's location down in the comments below. So we kind of mentioned that Harvest Festival is supposed to occur around Thanksgiving. It's a little bit different if you are in the United States or in Canada. It's kind of stretched out over different holiday locations. But it's actually a little bit of a play on Veterans Day as well, because it's kind of giving you that spiritual look back as to how things were. And if you're really a achiever that's out there, you're going to pick up the achievement, The Seeker. So make a little bit of time to pick that one up. Cruise over the Dead Sea and the wetlands. This is always one of my initial locations that I really enjoyed. But if you're looking to collect the Lore Master achieve, this actually won't tie into it. It will tie into, like we mentioned, the Seeker, if you're trying to collect that title. But if you're just trying to enjoy some lore, that's going to be the spot. What was that? Well, that was amazing. I have no idea why my bop didn't go off there, but trying to look a little cool, didn't quite stick the landing. That's perfect. Good way to wrap the video up. For honoring a hero, he was a hero among heroes, Uther was. I can't even begin to imagine the anguish of what he felt when Arthas, his greatest student, and someone who Uther loved like his own son, betrayed all of humanity. Still he rose to try and stop Arthas, and for that he will be forever remembered as a true paladin. His fight was to the end, thinking only of those he might save. Thank you, you've paid tribute to a great hero today, honoring his spirit and the spirit of the Harvest Festival. Pick up some emotions of some departed spirits, it's all good either way. Anxious, peaceful, vengeful, or forlorn. We're going to go with forlorn, and then we're going to get for the light. Alright. Alright folks, his name brought light to the darkest Azeroth. His valor tore the walls of misery down. The silver hand would never do better more than give the world the knight who'd give himself. His fame was not that which he sought to grow, nor was the lordship over his own kind. Instead he chose to fight for Lordaeron, to hope his kin would have to fight no more. The tragic tale of this most holy knight will never end with his unholy death. We honor him, and we shall give him thanks. Uther shall always know glory and light. That's Uther the Lightbringer. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed it. Drop it down in the comments. Enjoy your Harvest Festival or Thanksgiving, whatever comes. And whatever you'd like to see done different, drop it down in the comments. Punch subscribe, and thanks for watching. See ya.